You're listening to Exploring Anime with Friends, a JMO for Real podcast on YouTube, Spotify, Apple, and all major podcasting networks. I'm your host, JMO! Today's friend is my wife and co-host. How's it going today, Sarah?
Hi, everyone. It's going great today.
Excellent, excellent. Are you all ready for today's episode of Exploring Anime with Friends?
Yes, I am.
Awesome. Today we'll be diving into the first season of My Hero Academia, a superhero coming-of-age anime released in April of 2016. First, we will dive a little bit into the world and meet our main character, Midoriya, and the fateful encounter that he has with One for All. After that, we will go into the entrance exam for UA High as he begins his Hero Academia. And then we will meet some of the various classmates and the obstacles that Midoriya faces as he goes into his first few days at class. And finally, we will meet Shigaraki and the League of Villains as they threaten the students of UA High and All Might. And if you like what you're hearing today, remember to check us out on social media, like, subscribe, and follow that button right there or somewhere down there. All right. So a little bit about this world. We are in close to a dystopian world. There has been no apocalyptic event.
Everything looks normal if you're just looking at cities.
It looks very normal, but you're at 80% of the population has some sort of superpower that they call quirks. The truth of the matter is superheroes have become a part of life. You have to get licensed to practice as a hero. The powers are registered as weapons and so on and so forth, as they should be in a world where...
Oh my gosh. Some of these people's powers, even the lesser ones were like, whoa, settle down there, sir. Like, geez.
Yeah, no, it's one of those things where it clearly is something where it has to be regulated and whatnot. Mm-hmm. There are hero programs at school so that high schoolers can learn to become heroes.
Well, because they're pretty young when their quirk starts to develop. So that would be completely normal, completely natural.
And there's even a Billboard ranking system that ranks the highest heroes all the way down. Many who go through hero training don't even end up being heroes. They end up as sidekicks to hero agencies or helping out with the police, so on and so forth. The point is there's a lot of regulation in this world. Our main character is not starting off with a superpower.
Nope.
Is not starting off with a quirk.
He is quirkless.
Yep. And that is Izuku Midoriya. Tell us a little about Midoriya's beginning and his overall personality.
Okay, so I will admit, at the beginning, I wasn't necessarily a huge Midoriya fan. He's got heart. He's got courage.
Well, he also cries a lot.
Yeah. And I'll admit, I was just like, oh gosh, this kid's crying again. Oh my goodness. I mean, he cried for good reasons. When you're in the situations that he was thrown into, never having used a quirk before, I get it. And I'm glad, there's a lot of growth in him, especially throughout the different seasons. A lot of growth. But in the beginning, he's got the heart, he's got the bravery, he's got the courage. He cries a lot.
The truth is, more than likely, by the time you are listening to this episode, not only the current season will be complete, but the whole series will be complete. Because as we're recording it right now, it's near the end of its final season, its 8th season. We're giving you the intro to it, not taking you through all 8 seasons. So just so the expectation is there, we are talking about season 1. Mm-hmm. This show is to introduce you to animes. But yeah, so you say he has heart, and I mentioned that he cries, but neither one of us really mentioned the biggest thing about Izuku.
The kid.
Say it.
He's brilliant. He's smart. He is taking notes on all the heroes and how they do it, and he can process it quick enough in his mind to apply it.
Can I counter your smart with analytical?
Yes, thank you.
He's not
That's such a better word.
Book smart. He's not acing all the tests in school. What he is doing is he's watching fights happen. He's watching film. He's watching live fights happen. And he's noting that this hero always leads with a right jab or a right hook.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like he knows the pattern. He completely gets it. This is some real Scrooge McDuck, Louis McDuck stuff going on for a
really
2017 reference. He knows how the battlefield is to the point where even during the first season, he actually has a fight where he is almost predicting his opponent's moves perfectly for the first half of this fight.
Oh yeah, no, it's he doesn't have a quirk, but man, he was pretty decent without one, all things considered.
Yeah. And then he showed that heart that you referred to in a brilliant moment that caught someone's attention. Tell us about that moment and whose attention he caught.
So I'm going to start with the second part of that question. He caught the attention of All Might.
I am here.
I am here. Yep. All Might is the number one ranking hero. He's the strongest. He's the one that goes in and does stuff. Like, all the heroes can do things, but like, All Might's bigger, better, faster, stronger in different ways.
I mean, yeah, he's the number one hero for a reason.
Yeah. He's the top. He's the pinnacle. And when you get the eye of the top looking at you, usually good things happen. But the actual scene. So one of his frenemies.
I mean, it's
not friend, not the right word, but it's not the wrong word.
Man, it's a heated rival at this point in time. I guess somewhere there's a bond of friendship hidden underneath the
it shows up. It shows up later, but it's very, very toxic.
Yeah.
So his childhood frenemy gets captured by this like goopy monster person thing, this pile of sludge thing. And they're waiting for the heroes to show up. Like, normal humans cannot deal with this. And All Might's not quite there yet.
Well, All Might can't go there yet, because one of the things that we quickly learned about All Might is that he doesn't have all the power that he had in the past.
Yeah.
So it's important to point out that he already saved Midoriya from this sludge monster.
Yes.
And as a result of it, he has come near his 3-hour time limit for the day. So he really doesn't have the ability to transform into the All Might that he needs to be at this point in time to save Bakugo. And frankly, everyone else is using might attacks against a
sludge monster.
It's not working.
Yeah, you're punching it and just.
And Midoriya sees it.
Yeah,
and Midoriya does something.
He goes for it.
Yeah.
He just straight up goes for it. He's a little kid just entering high school, and he gets by the heroes that are actively trying to stop him. He gets by the police officers that are trying to keep everyone back, and he goes for it. And All Might is watching, and it's great, honestly.
Yeah, he just rushes in and he's like flailing and he's scrapping and he's trying to pull the sludge off of Bakugo. And he gets just enough off the face. And Bakugo's using his explosive powers to declare some of it away, buying just enough time for All Might to swoop in and save the day. And it's important to note that before this, All Might told Midoriya that without a quirk, you're not going to be able to be a hero.
Yeah.
And afterwards, he saw the heart of the hero. He saw Izuku's legs run in without knowing that he couldn't do anything. All Might saw the heart of the hero. And All Might has the ability to make Midoriya a hero, because quirks are something you are born with.
Yes.
At this point in time, you don't know that anything can be done to add or take them away. But there is a legacy. There is a legacy quirk called One for All. Tell us about One for All, the beach, and the passing of the torch.
It was a great scene. So All Might's there with Midoriya at the beach, and he's pretty much like, you can be a hero. You've got that heart. You've got that inner strength, but you're not ready physically for it yet. So what you have to do first is, we've got the next 9 months until the entrance exam to get into UA High School, which is the top of the top hero high school. You got 9 months to get your body in peak physical condition, and we can make you a hero.
And Midoriya is wondering how, and then All Might tells him about his power, the power of One for All. Tell us about One for All and the unique way it can pass on.
Well, the unique way it passes on, All Might gives him one of his hairs from his head to eat.
Passing the DNA.
Passing the DNA. I imagine that's probably better than drinking blood. I don't know. Both sound terrible, but
I don't know. I'd rather have a sip of blood than
I guess how much DNA do you need? Can it just be like a little drop? Can you just take like a little drop?
Well, let's not go too much and chase this rabbit hole.
That's fair. And that's how All for One is passed.
Well, it also has to be done willingly too.
Yeah,
Someone can't just
force it and like
DNA,
steal his hair or something. Yeah, you can't do that.
No zombie All Might.
No zombie All Might. So All Might himself, the current person that is using One for All, he also was quirkless. His predecessor was not. She had a quirk, and what the power really does is it passes down the quirks of the previous users. So it doesn't necessarily matter at this point, because it's been passed down a little while, that neither All Might nor Midoriya have a quirk. What matters is they're getting the quirk and they're true heroes.
Yeah,
'Cause
and that their body is a vessel that can handle the
handle it,
power,
yes.
can handle the energy, and the purpose of it is to someday do battle with the greatest threat the world will ever know, and that is All for One. It doesn't go too much into that in the first season, so we are not gonna touch too much on that. But man, the beach montage where Midoriya is just
training,
taking trash from all over the place, because this is a beach where all trash gets dumped, and he's just training and clearing the whole thing, getting his body ready for that moment.
He gets jacked too.
Yeah, and he eats the hair, and we did the calculation. All Might put him on a schedule where he's only getting like 4 hours of sleep. Like it starts at 4 a.m. and it ends at midnight.
Yeah.
Because he's still in school, so he academically still has to keep his grades up. But he pushes himself through all of that, and he finds himself walking into UA for the entrance exam.
Yep.
Tell us a little bit about the entrance exam and his first encounters with Uraraka and Itaya.
Okay, so I'm gonna start with Itaya because
and Bakugo's there too.
Bakugo's there too, yeah. His frenemy that we mentioned before.
Yep.
So at first, I kind of thought Itaya was a big jerk. He rubbed me wrong, man.
He's a rules guy.
And I'm a rules girl, that's the thing. Like lawful paladin. You know I've gotten
You're lawful, but you're not a rules Nazi.
You know I've rules people at my job, not necessarily current job, but in previous jobs. I would get upset for people circumventing certain things or trying to get me to do things I shouldn't be doing. I'm that way. But Itaya was kind of a jerk about it. And I guess now that I think about it, I might have been a little bit of a jerk about it too.
I'm about to say.
Okay, I give up. But at first, yeah, I didn't like him. He was, I don't know, kind of condescending at times, but he grew on me because you find out he's looking out for everyone. He's trying to like keep everyone moving, you know?
Yeah, and hold UA to the high standard.
Yes.
Because the reason why he even speaks up in the first place is President Mike, the hero who is presenting the test to the students, is talking about 3 robots in the test when the handout flyer clearly shows that there's 4 robots in the test.
Yeah.
So he's like calling out UA.
Yeah.
Misinformation in the opening scene while he's calling out Midoriya for talking and mumbling during class. So, and that's your first encounter with him, but he grows on to be a great friend of Midoriya.
He does.
And the first encounter with Uraraka is shortly after Bakugo leaves Midoriya in his dust. What happens with Midoriya?
So Midoriya is literally falling to the ground, and Uraraka has these cool gravity powers, and she saves him real quick with it. So he, catches himself, and it's like this cute little puppy love thing because I don't know, Midoriya probably doesn't get to talk to girls that much, and they're just getting to that age where oh, she's pretty.
Yeah, like
it's adorable. It's just adorable. Okay.
Yeah. So, but Itaya, Uraraka, and Midoriya end up going into a battle zone together with a whole bunch of other students. Here's where you start to see some of the quirks and the powers of the other students, and you start to see that Midoriya is very overmatched because there's 1.2 and 3-point robots that all have to be taken out in order for you to gain points, and Midoriya ain't get anything.
Well, he hasn't had a chance at all to test his new powers. So some of it's just that, and some of it's just he's never been in these situations. This is scary. The machines are huge. They're not like little teeny robots. They're like house-size machines.
And as he's going to try to make a move, other people are
just jumping in quicker. Yeah, they've been training for this.
This is a very common anime episode.
Well, again, they've been practicing with their quirks since they were like 5 or 6.
Yep.
They have an expectation. Midoriya's got nothing. He's never had to do this.
But the thing that he does have, he has that heroic spirit.
He does.
Because the big Zero monster came out, and the Zero
is supposed to be worth 0 points.
You don't get any points for battling it whatsoever, but it is huge, it is powerful, and it is deadly. And Uraraka's leg is caught under rubble. Everyone else is fleeing from it.
Oh, of course, because it's building size, not just house size, but like skyscraper almost.
And Midoriya runs towards with an untested power, and he obliterates this
Absolutely murders this thing
with one hit, while shattering his arm and both of his legs.
Yeah.
Because what we find out, there's a backlash for him using his power.
Huge backlash.
And his body is not ready for it.
Oh, no.
He saves Uraraka. Uraraka saves him from the fall. And the result of it, they get points on that exam in a whole different category. heroicness.
Yeah.
And they both end up passing the exam and ending up in class 1A.
It's a match made in heaven.
So if you like what you're hearing so far, remember to check us out on social media, like, subscribe, and follow. And you can watch My Hero Academia wherever you watch your anime. It is everywhere. This is big time. The truth of the matter is, we know you've probably seen some of this at some point in time, if not all of this, and we've kept up with it on Crunchyroll. All right, Class 1A. Just give us your favorite members of Class 1A. We'll go back and forth. Who are you going to start with? We've obviously already talked about Midoriya, and we've talked about Itiya, and we've talked about Uraka. So she's the sweet girl with the gravity control powers. We haven't talked about Itiya's powers. He's got super speed.
He does.
With engines in his leg.
In his leg.
And Midoriya has one for all. And we mentioned that Bakugo uses explosive powers.
Yes, he does.
And he is...
It's actually his sweat.
Yeah, his sweat becomes nitroglycerin that he can explode, which is a pretty awesome power. And he's got a pretty explosive personality.
He really does.
Like, he is bad-tempered all the time, and he thinks he's better than everyone.
Because obviously he is, because he has such an amazing, awesome power.
I just hurtled over you. So talk to us about class rep.
Momo. So...
Oh, I thought you were going to call her Yagurosa.
I thought we agreed on her name is Momo Yayorozu. Yayorozu is so fun to say. Momo is what she's usually referred to as by some of them.
It's about 50-50.
Yeah,
and she's also creative too, but they don't get their hero names in the first season.
Which is silly.
So I guess we're not going to say their hero names.
I mean, she's really cool. She's kind of what you would want as a class leader of sorts. She's clever. She's smart. Her power is creation. She just has to know to like the molecular level on how something's made. She just like pulls it out of her. And I'm like, you have to be smart to have that power.
She is book smart. She is just as perceptive and analytical as Midoriya. And she has a power that allows her to use her perception and her intelligence to the max by creating these things.
It's cool.
Such an amazing character.
It is really cool. I do like her so much.
And I'm going to say that she has an authoritative personality.
Ooh, I like that.
Okay, so next up, where are we going? Probably the other big member of the class, Todoroki. Right?
Todoroki, okay, yeah.
Talk to us a little about Todoroki.
I love character development, and he has some good character development. Todoroki is half hot, half cold.
But you don't know that in the first season.
You don't know that really in the first season, because he doesn't bust out the fire for a while. He's the quiet, kind of brooding type.
Yeah, that's fair.
And I don't know.
And also another
cool.
highly intelligent one.
Yes, another definitely intelligent guy.
And then, as far as the rest goes, those are the most important ones. Maybe Asui and Mineta.
I was going to say, you're going to diss all the other class. That's a big class.
I mean, okay, we're going to go through them quick, but like, I guess we'll talk a little bit about Asui and Mineta. Like, I don't know. Is Mineta important?
We can skip Mineta.
That is our series pervert.
He's the registered perv of the group for sure.
And he's also like half the size of the smallest person.
So tiny. I thought he was like a child.
Oh goodness! And his power, he pulls his sticky purple balls off his head and chucks them.
It's kind of cool if it wasn't so weird with the rest of him.
If it wasn't a pervert with a sticky ball attack. Like, I don't even know what to say beyond that.
I don't think there is anything to say.
Asui's pretty cool. Call her Sue, though. She's got the powers of the frog.
She's a froggy frog.
One of my favorites has always been Shoji with his duplicate body parts and arms. So he's kind of cool. Strong, silent type. Anyone else you want to highlight?
Koda. Koda's adorable. He doesn't really say anything for the first entire season. He's got this like slightly shy and timid look about him, and like something about these people is that some of them have physical differences that like he probably popped out that way.
Tokoyami the dark bird.
Tokoyami the bird, and Koda's one of them. He looks very, very different, but he's very, very quiet. He's so cute.
Yeah, and there's others that get featured all throughout because they all have their moments because there's a big battle because villains are going to attack the class. So I guess we're going to introduce the rest of them through the battle.
Okay.
As they're going into rescue training with home teacher Aizawa, Eraserhead,
who's awesome.
man, we should talk about a little.
Should.
Just give us a quick on Eraserhead.
I mean, Aizawa is pretty cool. I mean, he's also kind of broody. He doesn't like the fact that the heroes have been, like, popularized. He doesn't like the fact that they're in the media. He's not a huge All Might fan. Like, to his face, he kind of, like, dissed All Might for being, like, were you at an interview or something? Is that why you're late? Like, that kind of thing. He's a great teacher, though.
Yeah.
Except for the part where he makes one of them think that he's going to expel one of them.
Well, yeah, because he
But other
doesn't
than
like
that,
the fact that Midoriya has to put himself in bodily harm. Like, you're no good as a hero if you have to be rescued after rescuing
if
someone.
you break yourself every time you use your powers. Yeah.
But Midoriya tactically uses his power in one of the scenes where, and we're not going to go into everything, but he is able to limit the damage to himself
Mhm.
while performing something, and that just completely impresses Aizawa.
Oh, yeah.
Wins him over. He's a very caring teacher, but he's also a very strict teacher
Yes.
too, because ultimately he wants them to be heroes that are worthy of the title and not just worthy of the fanfare.
Mhm. That's a good
And
way to
he
put it.
has brought them to rescue hero number 13. And they have an indoor, like, terraformed biome type area that has all different simulations. It has water, it has fire areas, it has dark areas, rainy areas, plains, so on and so forth, mountains. And they're going to test the kids in their areas, rescuing people from all different sorts of things. But as they're getting ready to start, a portal opens. Kurogiri, one of the leaders of the League of Villains, opens a portal and walks through Shigaraki, our main antagonist for the series,
Mhm.
the rest of the League of Villains, and the Nomu. Kurogiri scatters the students everywhere around the biome, the villains that are in their element. He takes on Pro Hero 13, while Shigaraki and a swarm take on Aizawa. And the battles commence. We're not going to go into all of them, but let's just highlight some of the hits. Starting with Midoriya, Sue, and Mineta.
Yeah, I never thought that team would do that great, but
They ended up in the water.
they end up in the water, and that's Sue's element. First things first. She's a frog. She's swimming, and she's got an elastic tongue and a very strong elastic tongue.
Yeah.
And there's a boat, so it's not like they're all in the water. And it was pretty fantastic to watch, to be honest. So Mineta's panicking, Midoriya's slightly panicking, Sue's panicking as well, but
To a lot lesser extent.
a lot lesser extent.
Midoriya's analyzing because, like,
He's analyzing, and since we hear his inner thoughts, you can hear, like, the worried sound, but you're right, he is analyzing.
And he quickly came to the conclusion that the villains don't know what their powers are, because they're being hesitant and holding back. And if the villains knew what their powers were, Sue would never have been there.
Oh, no. Yeah.
So he devises a plan utilizing that. And he jumps up, he flicks some fingers down, but he creates a cyclone. Sue rescues him. Mineta fills the cyclone with sticky balls.
And it just weighs down the bad guys.
Yeah, they're all trapped together in the
It
water.
was great. Like, that was pretty darn clever, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, no, 100%. Meanwhile, Todoroki's freezing over a zone.
Oh, man. He's just like,
completely himself. Tokoyami, like, Tokoyami ends up in a dark zone.
in like a city that's raining or something like that. Yeah.
with Koda. And man, Tokoyami, he is the darkness.
He is the
Like,
darkness. You stare into the
powers, dark
abyss.
shadow. Yeah.
You see.
He's such a great character. We're not talking about him much because he doesn't really get his main feature until season 2.
Mhm.
So, but it's just kind of, you see everything. I guess one of the ones I want to talk about a little, how about the scene with Hiru, Momo, and Kaminari?
I actually really liked that scene because you hadn't really seen what they could do yet. You kind of had some light things that you saw. But Kaminari's like, hey, we're here. These bad guys are here. What do we do? And Jiro's like, just your electric base. Just light them up. And he's like, I am personal electric base. If I light them up, you're going to get lit up too. So Momo's like, okay, we can handle this. And she creates a blanket to cover her and Jiro with.
Insulated blanket.
Completely insulated. Kaminari's like, oh, okay. And he just like lights the place up.
Unfortunately for him, the one electric person there survives. And Kaminari
probably would have to draw back. Yeah.
And he's like,
Yep. He's just happy to be here kind of guy.
And he gets taken hostage.
Yep.
A situation that gets resolved much later on because Momo and Jiro are trying to figure out a way around it, but They are not handling hostage situations as ninth graders yet.
No.
Meanwhile, Red Riot, our man Red Riot, Kirishima, he's fighting alongside Bakugo, and there's a little bit of
a little bit buddy going on.
Because up to this point in time, Bakugo's been the pariah in the class because he's the bully and the hothead. But Kirishima's kind of like feeling it out a little. It's like, yeah, you know, you ain't so bad when you're not angry all the time.
That kind of thing.
And he's like, oh, you actually trust our classmates. You actually think that they could do their jobs correctly.
That was a cool scene too, just that little heart-to-heart in the middle of fighting.
Yeah, you got to see that Bakugo is not a permanent problem at that moment. So, because there is a level of bond, and he showed a level of respect that he had for his classmates. So, as everything's going, we find out that the League of Villains is here because they want to kill All Might.
Oh, yeah.
And All Might was supposed to be there. Instead, they start attacking and fighting, and Eraserhead's holding his own. But then enter Nomu. Just a few quick things about Nomu before we wrap this up and give a little unspoiled.
Oh, Nomu is the anti-All Might.
Yeah.
It's the thing you send in to destroy the number one hero. And I don't know how deep we want to get into any of these fights.
Well, he's bioengineered.
Yes.
Which shows that others can be bioengineered.
Yes.
And they can be customized to battle who they're fighting against.
Yes, which is important in later seasons as well.
And the thing this one's customized with is shock resistance, like
impact resistance.
Impact resistance.
Yeah.
So All Might's blows are having minimal effect and insane regeneration.
Oh yeah, that was frustrating.
And this thing starts going to town on Eraserhead, and it looks like he's going to die. Shigaraki, the main villain, he's disintegrating things. Kurogiri is holding the class at bay, while Itia is trying to escape to warn the teachers with his super speed, and everything is just going awry very quickly. But they discover Kurogiri has a body.
Oh yeah, that's some good news, because for a while it's just he's kind of like an ethereal form.
Yeah, and they're able to combine their powers together. Zero uses his tape power, and we see Mina use her acid in the scene, and like you see a lot of people who haven't had their chance to shine yet, all shining in that moment. E.T. is able to escape, and he encounters All Might on the way there. And All Might comes in just as the two pro heroes are about to die, and he says his bold, "I am here."
Well, it's much more angry than that.
Oh, yeah, no.
He looks mad.
And he gets ready to do battle with a League of Villains that believes they're prepared for him.
Yeah.
Sets the tone so well for the series.
It does.
And it ends both making you realize how grave of a threat Shigaraki is and how powerful of a hero All Might is.
Especially in the context of knowing what happens later. For anyone who's like thinking about starting this, it's an excellent watch. The first season's fun. It sets everything up. Each season is great.
Sets everything up while still giving good story.
Yes. The characters are great. I love the very, very different personalities and the very, very different powers that the students of Class 1A have. If you like superheroes, go for it. It's definitely, even if you don't like superheroes, give it a try. I loved it. It's a good watch.
Yeah. It's a nice blend of both the shonen and the superheroes archetypes together. So I really appreciate it. It's a historically great anime. It's a very popular anime. It will be remembered in anime history. I'm just going to say this. I love the way that they go back and forth between the challenges that they have in the academia program and the battles that they have with the villains. So I really appreciate My Hero Academia. I think we started watching it when season 2 was new.
I think you're right.
It always knew how to build tension really high and then cut it with a lighter arc of character developments. I've always thought that this was a nice anime. Once again, we explored the first season of My Hero Academia. We went into a little bit of the world, our main character Midoriya and his interactions with All Might. Then we saw how he went through the entrance exam, how he met his classmates at UA High, and how they did battle with the League of Villains and Shigaraki. We hope you had as much fun exploring the first season of My Hero Academia as we have, and you consider watching this anime. Bye! So if you like what you heard today, make sure you listen to us on YouTube, Spotify, Apple, or wherever you stream your podcasts. Listen to all of our J-Mill for Real podcasts. And hit us up on social media, like, subscribe, and follow. Once again, this was Exploring Anime with Friends. Let's explore together.